What it do? Welcome to the 270 Hoops game of the week. What it do? Hey, this is the 270 Hoops game of the week. And we couldn't have a better game. We couldn't have a more exciting game. This is the COHSS pregame show. I'm your host, Derrick. Here with me again, my guy Tanner Whirling. What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm just ready for this game. Exciting game tonight. Man, the packed house, sold out. This game is about to be great.
Standing room only. Walnut Ridge coming in at 14-3. I mean, this is basically the game that could decide the City League South Division. Walnut Ridge does have the upper hand. They have a one-game lead, and they own the tiebreaker. But South with a win tonight, they could force a tie, and then we see how the rest of the year plays out. But, I mean, I just want to talk about the atmosphere for a moment, man. This place was sold out. 1160 Ann Street, South High School was completely sold out in the JV game. The JV game ended up going into overtime. You couldn't ask for a better atmosphere, man. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, I've never even been to a sold-out game before. You know, my high school is kind of out in the sticks, but, you know, this is loud. It's a huge game. It's just a huge game. And the JV game, like you're talking about, overtime, Walnut Ridge ended up taking it, but it was a huge game.
This is senior night for the South High Bulldogs, and it's been an incredible 4-year run that they're on. South High School last year played in the state championship, losing a heartbreaker to Troutwood. But they got moved up to Division I this year. A lot of people wonder, how are they going to be? Are they going to be able to stand up with Division I teams? And as of this point right now, it's been no problem. Ranked number 4 in the state. Only one loss, which came to Walnut Ridge at their home. So I feel like South is kind of rounding in the form here. And, this is a tremendous opportunity for them. Go ahead and talk about Walnut Ridge for a little bit.
Yeah, for Ridge, they've been D1. They lost in the district semis last year to Newark. But still, they're having a huge season this year. They've only had 3 losses, and they're undefeated in the City League South. So 11-0. I think it's going to be another huge game here tonight. Last time they took the game, so I think it's going to be another huge game tonight.
Look, Walnut Ridge has a Mr. Basketball candidate, a player that should be considered for Mr. Basketball, and that's Vaughn Cameron Davis. One of the best players from Walnut Ridge ever, one of the best scorers in the history of the City League. He's just tremendous. This year, he's added an outside game, a three-point shot, puts the ball on the floor a lot more. So, I mean, he is who leads Walnut Ridge. But they also have 2 other players that provide a tremendous running mates for Vaughn Cameron. That is Kavion Ross and Keon Magwood.
Yeah. Like you were saying with VCD, that's how I call him. He just committed last week to Kent State. That's a huge for him, and congrats on him. But like you said, the 2 backing them up, with Kavion Ross, 6'6", basically their center, and then the Hollywood, yes. Magwood. It's going to be a huge. I'm just huge. It's going to be huge.
Keon Magwood is one of the players. He's a player that doesn't have to score any points to have a tremendous effect on the game. Offensively, he knows how to get the ball to both Kavion Ross and to Vaughn Cameron Davis. And on defense, man, he's just a pest. He gets in your way. He's going to challenge the opposing team's point guard. And he's just a leader. And, I mean, that is what he brings to the table. But I do want to talk about Kavion Ross for a moment. His game has really evolved. And right now, I believe he's playing the best basketball in his life. He's hitting the three-point shot. He's an absolute tremendous finisher underneath the basket. And right now he's showing some great explosiveness where he's getting up and he's throwing down some big-time dunks. So he's playing amazing right now.
And, with South's size, they're not really a matchup to him. He's 6'6". You got to remember that. He's going to be able to get in that defense. It just depends on what defense South plays tonight. If they play a zone, it's going to be a little bit harder. But if they play man-to-man, I think Ross has got it all day in the paint.
Now, I do want to talk about South High, man, because, again, a lot of talk about South High because they moved up to Division I, but they are led by some tremendous players. Travell Adams, he's so explosive from the point guard position. If you've seen him on social media a couple weeks ago, he had a 360 in-game dunk. He's amazing. Marcus Johnson and Taquan Symington. But tonight, I feel like they need a big game from Sam Barton. Sam, he's got 2 monsters that he's got to battle with down there. And I believe if he has a big game, South could have a tremendous opportunity to win a game.
Yeah, I've been talking about Sammy the whole week. I think if he matches up with Kavion Ross, I think that's going to be like the huge matchup tonight. If he guards him tonight, he's one of the biggest guys on the team. So I would watch out for that matchup. Like you said, he definitely needs a big game tonight. And I just think Travell Adams, he's a great leader on the team. He's averaging about 16 points a game. So I think if he has a great game like last time, he dropped 20 points. If he even adds more to that, I think South can come up on top on this one.
Now, his freshman year, they played in the city championship, and I talked about this young man, Marcus Johnson, and I felt that he was going to be a key for them to get that victory. And he had a humongous game. He had a big game. I feel like tonight is the same kind of game. Marcus Johnson is going to have to play a big game, offensively and defensively. In transition, South is going to have to pressure the ball, get out and run. And Marcus Johnson, I believe that if he can get some big-time finishes and get his crowd ignited, get this crowd into the game with a big-time dunk, I believe that gets South going big time. Yeah, talking to him this week, going to the school with our interviews, which we'll get to later, but he was just talking about the crowd tonight, and I just know if he gets a big dunk, big three-pointers and late in the game, he's going to get this crowd ignited. And he just loves it. He said he loves the rivalry. And I think I love that too. Like, I just love that spirit coming out of him. But we also just got to talk about Bink, Taquan Simonson. He had a huge game in our second game of the season with Average-centric and Columbus South, and South ended up, and he was a player of the game for that. So you got to watch out for him too. He's a big physical guy. And the two coaches, Chuck Jefferson for Walnut Ridge, his alma mater, he's back. He's got them playing better than they have in the last couple of years. So kudos to him. Yes. They've accepted the challenge this year. They've played big-time teams. They've beaten Hilliard Bradley, also heartbreaker to Pick Central. They lost to Gahandle on the buzzer. They've played. You put them in front of them, and they played them, and they played them tough. So, I mean, a big shout-out to Chuck and what he's accomplishing over at Walnut Ridge. And then for South, Coach Ramon Spears. He was the state coach of the year. He's been the district coach of the year multiple times. I believe that he's the best coach in the state of Ohio, and he's going to get opportunity again to prove it tonight. Yeah, speaking of Chuck, like you said, he's alum. Both coaches here are alums at their school, so it makes the rivalry even better. And with Chuck, a lot of his players are on the football team, and they kind of had a slight delay to the season, and they just came out explosive. Like you said, Bradley, one of the best teams in Central Ohio, they came up on top on them. And then also the South again, they beat them at home, and they're looking for another vicious victory on the way to the city title game. Hey, we got more right now. We're going to go over to my man, King James. He's got some interviews, and we got some stuff to get to, but we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We're here all night. The 270 Hoops Game of the Week. This is the COHSS pregame show.
Every game we play and practice, we're preparing like we're playing Walnut Ridge. Every game we play and practice, we're preparing like we're playing Walnut Ridge, so that's how it goes in practice and in game. So yeah.
I think it's all about preparation and how we look forward to the game. So we prepare really well for South last time we played them. I know a lot of resets, knew a lot of what they were going to try to do, trying to go this, but I think it's all about preparation. We start today for our first day of practice and being prepared.
With us, just consistency within sticking to the game plan of us, like locking down their best post players. We've had post players, just not as dominant as theirs. So we all have to pitch in with like rebounding, help boxing out, the doubling down, and not like heading so hard out on shooters and playing so hard on the passing lane.
Yes, we have had a great season so far this year. Starting out 14-3, even in the beginning of the year, as I said after the South game the first time, I just felt, we were 2 weeks behind with all of our guys in football. Right now we're fully in swing, so that's all of our football guys being in rhythm. Friday's going to be a war, just like the first matchup. We look forward to, going in there and really sending the senior group off the right way. Vaughn Cameron, Keon, Kavion, this group has never won at South, so that's the challenge for us, going into a hostile environment and coming out of the field.
The game plan doesn't really change. We just got to execute it. We didn't do a good job at executing the game plan. So nothing really changes, just we have to execute the game plan. If we do that, I think we'll be okay.
So I beat them this second time, pretty much just following the game plan that our coach advised us, buying in, playing 4 quarters, playing defense for 4 quarters, not letting up no matter what the score is, going out there to play.
We just had to win this one because we need this one. To be South Division champions, we got to win this one and the next one. It's just playing one game at a time.
For this game, we have a lot of prepping, a lot of hard work in the gym, for, early practices, and things like that.
Just staying, taking it one game at a time, stay in the moment. Can't really look forward, can't look behind you, stay in the moment. Take one game at a time, just be prepared for whatever is thrown at us.
Design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
Pre-game show. I'm here with my co-host, show host of Nothing But Hot Takes, 2-Ken.
What's going on, sir?
How you doing?
Doing all right, man. I'm loving this energy and this atmosphere, man. It's crazy here. It's crazy here. From the JV game all the way to the pregame, and it's so exciting. I can't wait for this game to start.
Yeah, I love this atmosphere. I never got to experience it at my high school, but I'm just loving it here. But let's just get to our interviews. We did our interviews this week with Columbus South and Walnut Ridge.
Yeah, we spoke to some players and the coaches on both sides to get the magnitude of this rivalry, this budding rivalry, and how much and what this games mean to each team. Let's check it out.
I was talking to Marcus, and he just said he loved the rivalry, and I believe he does too. And I think if he gets a couple dunks, a couple big shots in this game, I think he'll be able to, knock that crowd into the game, and maybe South could come out to an early lead.
Yeah. Let's check those interviews out.
It's going to be very different, especially compared to their gym. Our gym is way bigger, so that little gym, no sound is getting out, but I feel like our sound is going to bounce off every wall. So it's going to be a lot way different. Things going to get in their heads more so because we're taking up both sides.
I think the crowd plays a factor in every game. Home, away, that game is going to be a very hostile environment, but I think as a senior and other fellow seniors will be able to get the job done.
Lots of people, never quiet even on timeouts and on certain calls, barely being able to hear the coaches, a lot of fans screaming, going crazy. It's a great experience.
Always at South is going to be a packed crowd. They got a good fan base. But yeah, all the tied together, and we're just going to play, so we're going to try to block the crowd out as much as we can. But yeah, it's going to play a huge role. It's going to be pretty loud, good vibes.
Awesome environment. We show Ridge how to do an environment like that. So for us to do it, it's nothing. We do that all the time.
First and foremost, you just gotta let them know that yes, it is a big game. Big game for our conference, big game for the City League. But number one, you gotta control your emotions. Because at the end of the day, it's just basketball after that. Especially dealing with 16, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. That type of crowd, that magnitude, what that game means, it's just natural for them to be anxious, to be excited. But you gotta understand we can have emotions, but we can't be emotional.
So it's gonna be hectic. Players gonna be yelling at you. Players gonna be talking. You gotta stay composed throughout the whole game. Just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, we tend to feed up the crowd. Use the crowd for its positive energy, stuff like that. But when they go on spurts, that's what's going to run. You gotta take it with the bat, try to throw it out, and use it to your advantage.
It's gonna be hectic.
For this game, I don't think the crowd play a factor. We have a tunnel vision with there, get the job done. We really don't pay attention to the crowd for that. So. Yeah.
It's probably the best rivalry I ever played. I love it. I love the atmosphere. I love it. So, yeah, it's great.
From 270 Hoops with the play-by-play, and
Color commentator?
And the color commentator. Yeah, so stay tuned because this will be our best one yet.
Yeah,
right here on 270 Hoops.
Yeah, best one yet. And we also got the starting lineups coming up. It's the best in the city. Stay tuned for the starting lineups.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
My hands are sweating. I just got to water.
Whose brush strikes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red clouds bursting in air came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keel Azumi. On behalf of the Columbus City School Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Teresa Dixon, Director of Student Activities Vince Clairno, Athletic Director Reggie Williamson, and Principal of South High School Larry Baker, we'd like to welcome you to tonight's City South Division.
Yo, Zach, you there?
48-41.
Can you hear me?
No.
11-60. Round 2.
I think you might be muted though, for real.
Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Now let's meet the players first for the Scots from Walnut High School. Number 15, Keon Magwood. Number 24, Vaughn Cameron Davis. Number 22, Vivian Russ. Number 10, Derrick Brown. And number 3, Leon Douglas. Scots are led by head coach Chuck Jefferson. William Jr. Lost his life January 11, 2020 in a shooting on the city's east side. In his short life, Billy established himself once again as a musician and a promoter and will be loved by all who knew him. Ladies and gentlemen, we honor the memory of Willie Felder Jr. Send up one last loud cheer for Willie. We love you, Jim.
Hey, welcome to the 270 Hoops Game of the Week. I am Derrick Owens Jr., and I'm sitting here with my guy, man, the foremost authority in Central Ohio high school basketball, the guru out here, Zach Fleer. What's up, man?
Man, what an environment. It's going to be electric. It was sold out during the JV game. It's going to be loud in here, and, you know, an outright City League championship is on the line. Walnut Ridge, man, they haven't won this since 2016. Scots haven't won a city title since 71. It's been a long time coming. They got a lot to prove tonight.
I think so, man. I feel like Walnut Ridge is playing their best basketball right now. They've been through the ups and downs. They've been through the tough schedule. Right now, I believe that they feel like they're clicking on all cylinders.
And after losing that game to Pick Central last Saturday, that they really led for most of the game and choked it away, I want to see how aggressive they come out, how tough they come out, because that was really a heartbreaking loss for them.
And the tip goes to Walnut Ridge, man, and South starts out man-to-man. Keon Magwood, the three-sport star who is going to announce his college decision on February 5th at Walnut Ridge, 10 a.m. So make sure you check into that. He's going to play Division I football somewhere. He'll let us know next Wednesday.
South going with a big lineup. There's Magwood.
Big rebound by Symington. Outlet to Adams. Johnson, the two. Marcus Johnson with the bucket.
Marcus Johnson with the mid-range jumper. That's something he does at a really high level. He's got a tough mid-range game. jump shot really doesn't stretch out to the three-point line, but he can knock down that mid-range shot.
I like to call him mid-range Marcus. And look, you talked about the big lineup South going big tonight, starting both Sammy and Shamar Lindsay. I mean, we'll see what effect it has. Yeah, not a lot of teams go big against Warner Ridge. Not a lot of teams have two bigs.
No, and Shamar's played well this season, but Kavion Ross and Vaughn Cameron Davis are two different beasts, man. Not a lot of teams anywhere in the area have two matchups.
Traveling violation on Vaughn Cameron Davis, but I do want to talk about that just for the simple fact that maybe defensively, Coach Ramon Spears was thinking, hey, let's just let Sammy take on Vaughn Cameron one-on-one, and let's kind of free Marcus Johnson up to do some things offensively. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see what effect it has, but neither one of them can really stretch the floor. So we'll see if Walnut Ridge packs it in, forces them to hit outside shots. South really doesn't have a go-to shooter. There's a steal there for Kavion Ross. Vaughn Cameron Davis with the recovery.
Magwood turns it back over to Walnut Ridge. I feel like turnovers transition. For South to have the opportunity to win this game, they have to be big in transition, have to get a lot of baskets, at least double figures, I would feel like.
They need to dominate the boards, too. If Walnut Ridge gets anything they want on the offensive glass, that's going to be the key in the game. Against Pick Central last week, Vaughn Cameron Davis had 16 points in the first, or 16 rebounds in the first half. Jaquan Symington hits a 2-point shot, a long two. South out to a 4-0 lead here with 5:40 to go in the first quarter.
I think Walnut Ridge learned something from that Pick Central game, man. I mean,
Kavion Ross nails the three.
I talked about it in the pregame. I love how his game has evolved and what he's doing on the court right now. And he's just playing his best basketball.
And while he's going to Tiffin to play football, that's a D2 basketball prospect as well. Jaquan Symington hits another pull-up jumper, 6-3 South lead, 5:10 to go in the first quarter.
They love to see when Bink gets off the fast starts. He's engaged, and that's what they'll need tonight.
He's their most impactful player. If he's into it, he's making shots, they're going to be really tough to stop tonight.
That was a big shot by Leon Douglas.
That's another player. I've been impressed with him, the strides and steps that he's made this year. Last year really didn't play varsity at all. Received some time this summer playing with this Walnut Ridge team, and he's really developed into, a reliable starter for them.
Travell Adams on the drive for two.
Keon Magwood with a nice pass in transition. Vaughn Cameron Davis beats him down the floor. Jaquan Symington trying to do a little too much. Ball knocked out of bounds. South will hold possession, leading 8-7 with 4:27 to go here in the first quarter.
Very tense beginning. Both fan bases really want this one. Bragging rights, big time on the line. Sam Barton on the turnover. Magwood on the drive. Big time block by Travell Adams.
Magwood should have given the ball up there. He could have thrown it up in the air. Kavion Ross might have had an alley-oop. That's a play there, though, by Travell Adams. In this game here last year, he blocked Magwood like that a few times. Seemed to give South some momentum, some life, and they really thrived on that. They're off to an aggressive start. This is a lot different from the last game of Walnut Ridge. More of a slow start. Travell Adams had a big time first half, but again, we talked about him already. Jaquan Symington, he was rough in that first half against Walnut Ridge last time. He's engaged, he's active, and he's playing some good ball so far.
And I think Travell got on the map last year with that big block in the state finals, and everybody seen how explosive he was. So that's something that he's known to do. South battling on the rebound on the glass right now.
Good
Another
board.
offensive rebound.
Marcus Johnson. Magwood gets the rebound there. 2 offensive boards, almost 3 for South. Leon Douglas.
Hey, with the three-pointer. Leon he's playing really, really good.
He's a big piece for them, too, because last year the knock on Ridge is they didn't have any outside shooting. He's developed into that guy for them, and he's been pretty consistent.
And I think, if we go back to the game that was played at Walnut Ridge between these two teams, that third quarter, Matt Wood was in foul trouble, and Leon basically was out there for the whole quarter. They extended the lead, and I believe he built a lot of confidence off that game as well.
Absolutely. He's a kid playing with a high level of belief right now. They want him to take those shots, and he's showing no hesitation. Vaughn Cameron Davis hits the catch and shoot three. That's 3 triples for Walnut Ridge already. 13-8 Scott's lead, 2:40 to go here in the first quarter.
VCD, Vaughn Cameron Davis.
No, I don't.
Ball out of bounds.
Marquise Hawthorne checking in the game. Looks like South's going to go with 2 bigs at all time, no matter what.
With Sam Barton.
Sammy Barton hits the jumper off glass. 13-10 Walnut Ridge lead. 2:20 to go here.
They really need Sam to play well.
They do. He was a guy in that run to the state tournament, the state finals. He was reliable last year. Hasn't been that this season. This could be a game for him to get his confidence back.
Love that matchup, Bink and Magwood. South with a defensive stop there. Sam Barton active defensively.
If you've enjoyed the broadcast so far this season, check out the Ohio Media School. The Ohio Media School games are powered by them, as well as the student-ran sports network called Score On Air. At the Ohio Media School, you learn everything from behind the camera to being on air with people who are in the industry. Call 614-655-5250 or check out beonair.com for more information.
And for those that don't know, I'm a proud graduate of the Ohio Media School, so definitely check that out.
It's a great program. I'm very, thankful for what they've done to make this broadcast possible, and it's great that we have good service here, so we can stream this one live with no interruption.
Absolutely. Again, 13-10 Walnut Ridge, 1:35 left in the first quarter. Travell Adams up top. Walnut Ridge looks like they're in a man-to-man, switching defense. Johnson on a big-time drive, can't finish.
Drive.
Vaughn Cameron with a defensive rebound, foul.
That's the guy you don't want to foul when he gets a board because he's not letting go of it. He's as strong as they come in Central Ohio. Again, last week against Pick Central, he had 16 rebounds in the first half. Finished with 19. The key in that game, Central found a way to keep him off the offensive glass. Garner Wallace did a great job, and that was really a turning point for the Tigers when they, came back from that 15-point deficit.
Just talk about Vaughn Cameron a little bit more, just the career that he's had. I mean, you got a chance to watch him over these 4 years. You watch him develop into the player that he is now, going to Kent State, committed there. So, how have you seen him develop over
It's been great. I saw him for the first time his freshman year, really before his freshman year in the summertime. Him and Magwood both were starting, leading the program then. He stretched his game out to the perimeter. Tavion Ross with a tough drive. He's fouled. Him coming in last year has been a big key for Vaughn Cameron especially. It's taking some pressure off of him. Tavion Ross is tough to stop. I don't care who you are. That kid, he's a top 10 senior in Central Ohio when it comes to basketball. Better football player, terrific basketball player. But for Vaughn Cameron, having a guy like that on his team, it makes him really tough to guard because do you put your big body on Tavion or you do Vaughn Cam? It's a lose-lose situation.
I think he totally changed what Walnut Ridge basketball was when he arrived.
Absolutely. He's made them, they're a district title contender for sure, if not beyond. But there, Vaughn Cameron missed the shot. He's shooting the 3 ball at a high level. He wasn't doing that as a freshman.
Marcus Johnson on a nice little mid-range again.
And I thought for him to, get to be a mid-major type player, he's going to have to shoot the 3-ball. He's done that. He's a reliable shooter. You can leave him open. He's going to knock him down. He's even starting to shoot it a little better with the hand in his face. That's been the biggest development. He's become a little more explosive, and he's shed some fat too, and become pretty, really strong, tough, and durable inside, and that's made him really an unstoppable force on the block when he's getting rebounds.
Would you say that he's the best scorer in the area?
He's the most relentless, I would say so. I think he's the toughest individual matchup because you just have to outwork him, and not many guys are willing to do that.
And like you said, he loves the glass and eat off the glass, and that's going a lot in today's game. As we talk about him, offensive rebound for Vaughn Cameron Davis and the putback at the end of the buzzer.
That's what he does. You got to put a body on that kid. And more than anything, he's got a great touch around the basket. Like that shot he just made there was not easy. He made it look easy. I'm not saying he's LeBron, but like when he gets fouled at the high school level, he finishes through contact so well. It reminds me of a player like that where if you foul him inside, you might as well just count the and one bucket because he's going to make it.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a quarter break, and we'll be back. It's 270 Hoops Game of the Week.
Knowledge about sports media. Joining Score on Air has meant tons to me. It's helped me get out in the field already. I've done football games, hockey practices, and it's just radio shows, and it's just made me realize what I can do in the sports industry. One thing that I want to do in the sports industry is be a sideline reporter for college football. My name is Kyra Bailey with Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk.
All right, we are back. 270 Hoops Game of the Week. Warner Ridge at South, the 4841, visiting 1160 Ann Street. Excuse me. Standing room only, jam-packed, sold out basketball gymnasium, and we're off to a fun start.
Got to take a charge there. You're Vaughn Cameron Davis.
Let's talk about South for a little bit, man. What do they need to do not only to get back in this game as they are off to a deficit to start the first quarter, but just some of the players that they have. Travell, I really want to talk about Travell and just the ascension that he's had as one of the top point guards and players in Central Ohio, man.
Well, for South first to win this game, they got to be able to stretch the floor. If they're not making shots, you're not going to be able to out-athlete or out-bully Walnut Ridge. I don't think you can beat the Scots in an inside-type game. They're just so aggressive and so physical. But for Travell, he's really developed into a leader. He's one of the toughest kids. Last year, he came off the bench, 6-man. I was really impressed with his unselfishness doing that. Because you could have argued he was their best player last year.
True.
He served in that role. It was the best thing for the team. He's really stepped up, and I think he's their best player now. He's their most consistent. And in the classroom, too, you got to give him the props. He's a 4.0 student, one of the top students in his class, and, really a guy that kids in the City League should really look up to.
He's such a great kid. All right. Jaquan Symington with the defensive rebound, looking to push a little bit.
And the big thing with Travell and his personality development, you got to look at it. Both parents are involved. His mom and dad are here for everything. His dad is super supportive. Mom is super supportive.
Yes.
They not only support him, but they also hold him accountable. And that's a big thing in the growth of a child. You learn right from wrong very quickly. His mom's a teacher, so there's no mistake that he's got a 4.0 GPA. The attitude, the tone has been set at home, and that's how you get a great kid like that just has everything, going in the right direction with a great head on his shoulders.
And I'm going to be honest, man. Of course, we all hope he gets opportunity on the next level, which I believe he will. But I'm really anxious to see how he develops because, we've only really been seeing him at this level for a year and a half. And I believe his best basketball is definitely ahead of him.
Absolutely. At the game on Tuesday against Briggs, Davenport University, it's a really good Division II school up in Michigan. They play in the Great Midwest Conference with Ohio Dominican, Tiffin, Findlay, schools like that. They came down and watched him. They might offer him. He's just a tough guy, makes plays for others, and he's going to continue to become a better shooter, and that's really the biggest difference in his game. If he can do that at a consistent level, he's going to be a great one.
Marcus Johnson with the fast break layup. And he's off to a good start. Marcus Johnson with 7 points here early in the second quarter. As South cuts the deficit to 17-16 here on a nice little 4-0 run, but just to get them back in the game.
5-0 run here for South, actually trailing 17. Or 4-0 run, you're correct. 4-0 run here. Marcus Johnson with both buckets. They need that from him. They need a big game out of Marcus. Really the difference between South at a good level and South at an elite level is Marcus Johnson playing to his potential. If he does that, this team, they can win a district in D1. They can go as far as they want. That's the guy that has to do it for him.
I totally agree. And in South's biggest games, when he does play that way, I mean, like you said, they could beat anybody. And the thing I love about Johnson is he can get it done defensively as well. I mean, you've many times called him, one of the top defenders in the area on the wing position. So anytime a guy can give you, great defense and can chip in offensively, even though he may not be your number one scorer, but he has some versatility there as well.
And the big thing for him, too, is he did it on the EYBL level. Nike EYBL, that's against the best kids in the country. He was one of the better perimeter defenders in the league. And that gives you great confidence coming back here. The players in Columbus are nowhere near the caliber of the EYBL. So if you can do it there, you can do it in Columbus.
As we come out of the timeout again, Walnut Ridge 17-16, second quarter here. Missed shot by Leon Douglas. That's Taquan Symington on the basket.
6-0 run. The first minute and a half of the second quarter.
South takes the lead 18-17. Big time athletic defensive play there. But it got called for the foul, but we'll show you Binkin, you got some bounce there.
That kid right there, I pray to God that he plays college basketball next year. He's got so many athletic tools and gifts from God that you just can't find. You can't teach that stuff. You can do all the Vertimax training in the world. If you're an average athlete, you're not going to be able to jump like that kid. If he can find a way to get to college and play college basketball, his life is going to change. And I'm telling you, he's got a chance to be a pro in the European level if he continues to progress like he has.
2 missed free throws there by Douglas. South is on the break. Jamar Lindsay with the basket. South looking to push here early. 20-17, South reclaims the lead and ups it by a basket.
8-0 run so far.
Another missed free there by Douglas, and South is getting what they want. Vaughn Cameron's not shooting the ball.
Yes. And if Vaughn Cameron's shooting the ball so far, it's been threes. This is what they want right here, though.
Jamar Lindsay takes a charge. Vaughn Cameron.
It's a high IQ play there from Jamar. A lot of high school kids would try and block him in transition. He knew that Vaughn Cameron was going to make that move. And that's now the second foul on Vaughn Cameron Davis. This is what you want if you're South. Walnut Ridge has a smaller lineup in. You got 3 guards, 5'11", and then Marshawn Mankins, who's a football guy, and then Kavion Ross. So if they can find a way to shut down Kavion and make these other guys beat him, they're going to have a chance to make a run here. This is where they got to do it.
Marshawn Mankins and Kavion Ross headed to Tiffin to play football. They just upped their program on the football side, didn't they?
Just Walnut Ridge guys. I mean,
right.
They already got a few there now. I think they got 4 maybe coming in this senior class. Caleb Younger's a 2016 graduate of Walnut Ridge. He's a redshirt freshman receiver there now. Had a pretty good season, and then you got those guys coming in. Kavion's a kid. He had FCS football offers that he turned down to go D2, so they're going to have a chance to be pretty special up there in Tiffin, Ohio. Zone defense there by Walnut Ridge to get the turnover at the top of the key.
Magwood on the push. We got it. Looks like almost another turnover.
Zion Blevins in the game. He's a sophomore, one of the team's best shooters. Got the call up from JV a few weeks back. Had his breakout game against Hilliard Bradley, the challenge.
Magwood, he can do so many creative things. Such a good athlete. He missed a shot there, but you can see the athletic ability.
He can create a shot, that's for sure. Now, whether or not it goes in, that's the question, but you can count on him to at least create you some offense, and he does there. You get the offensive tip, you get the foul, and then Marshawn Mankins here at the line for the Scots to get their first points here of the quarter.
Walnut Ridge just hitting a little bit of a cold spell here. A couple turnovers, missed free throws. But one thing about Walnut Ridge, you know when they have a player like Vaughn Cameron Davis that there's nothing for them to go on a scoring spree at any moment. He can drop 10, 12 points in a row. Marshawn Mankins with the free throw.
Ends the scoring drought. That's the first points of the Scots for the quarter. They got Davis out of the game for what looks like the rest of the half. They have to make a run here for South.
And South has some reserves in the game as well. I see Maurice Barnes in the game, and also Chaz Thomas. So they're looking to get some quality minutes off the bench and be able to give some guys some rest.
I'm just interested to see if they make any shots from the three-point line. They only made, I believe, 2 in the first matchup. Walnut Ridge hits at least 6 threes. I believe they're undefeated this season. That's what they did against Hilliard Bradley. They made 8 in that game. Bradley only made 3. Magwood almost gets the steal. He was kind of hiding there. It was a smart play by him, a playground-type play. Almost gets the job done there.
Man. Hollywood Magwood.
He's a throwback, man. He's a City League throwback player. He's someone I really like to watch. I'm going to miss him next year when he goes to college.
Marcus Johnson on the drive, gets fouled.
Magwood not pleased with the foul call there. That's his second foul, too. Leon Douglas is going to come back in the game. Now, Walnut Ridge is without their best scorer, and they're without their best distributor. How are they going to make offense? How do you think they're going to make offense here the rest of this quarter? Both those senior leaders are out for the rest of the half.
Right, and this is something that we've never seen. I've never seen this as long as I've been watching them play. Both of these guys out for an extended period of time. So I'm interested to see now. What I would do is try to get the ball into Kavion Ross, kind of maybe slow the game down a little bit, feed the ball in, let's run some sets, and hopefully, we can get some offensive
But do you have
rebounds.
a guy in the game that can execute an entry pass? That's the thing. Like, Magwood can do that. I don't know if these other guys can distribute, so it's going to be a learning lesson here for Walnut Ridge. And we got a technical foul on Chuck Jefferson. Could be a chance for extra points here for the Bulldogs. Scott's missing their top 2 guys for about 4.5 minutes.
Now I'm gonna tell you, a guy that made some big plays in the game at Walnut Ridge is Miles Garrett. And although he's positionless, but he did have a decent handle and he kind of understood, where the ball should go. We haven't seen him yet, but I'd be interested to see, if they kind of go to him for that backcourt problem that they have right now.
He played a little bit earlier in this quarter, hasn't been back in the game. I'm not sure if he's in foul trouble or not, but yeah, that was a guy, he gave some good energy there in that last game at Ridge. He can score in transition. He's a tough rebounder. Without their 2 bell cows, though, in Davis and Magwood, man, it's going to be tough here in the last 4.5 minutes. We're going to really learn how deep this team truly is here. If they can find a way to survive and, get to halftime.
And also, if you're South, if you don't make a run with those 2 guys on the bench, then you're going to make this game a lot more difficult in the second half than maybe it needs to be. Johnson hit the first free throw. He hit another one. That gives Johnson 9 points on the night.
It's up to 10 now. It's 3 straight free throws. And there's 4 straight. He's got 11 points.
Senior Marcus Johnson now has 1,000 career points.
$1,000 points? Is that what that was?
Yep, 1,000 points for Marcus Johnson. He's had a great career as a freshman. Came off the bench, helped lead the Bulldogs to their first City League title in over 25 years. Johnson's had a great career. We're happy for that kid, and
I'm happy.
Congrats to him.
I'm happy for the family as well. I went to school with Marcus's dad, and I know how proud he is of his son. And not only his son, but he has a sister, Malia Johnson, who's over at Afrocentric, and she's headed off to the University of Pittsburgh. So just awesome for their family, for Johnson to be able to get that 1,000-point mark. A lot of accolades in the Johnson family, man.
Absolutely, and he's going to have a chance to play Division I basketball. Been talking to some schools on his behalf, trying to get him an opportunity at that level. I think he's definitely capable. Bethune-Cookman's a program that I think makes a lot of sense for him. You've got Houston Smith from Afrocentric, that's a senior down there. Houston and Marcus at this stage remind me a lot of each other. Just long, athletic, hybrid guys that play great defense. I think Marcus is going to have a chance to play Division I basketball. He definitely has earned that right, and I think he's going to have a chance to really prove it here the rest of this season.
1 out of 2 there from the free throw line for Douglas.
Walnut Ridge, though, they've gone 4 minutes without a field goal. They've hit 2 free throws in this quarter. The baskets, they've gone dry a little bit. I think if they hit another shot here, it might create some momentum for them. If they continue to have this dry spell, it's going to be tough without both Magwood and Davis in the game.
Kevion Ross with the turnover. Softens out on the break. Basket by Chaz
Thomas with the bucket. He's a senior, usually starts, but with Walnut Ridge having a bigger rotation. That's the thing right there.
Yep.
Ridge does not have a distributor in the game. I understand you got Kevion Ross, but if you don't have anyone that can pass it to him, does it really matter? I think they might put Magwood back in the game and trust that he won't get a third foul.
I mean, it is risky, and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt on that turnover, but what I think they need to do is just slow down. Take your time across half court. Don't make any kind of, nothing has to be spectacular. You're trying to get this game to the second half.
For the best coverage of Central Iowa High School basketball, choose none other than 270 Hoops. On 270hoops.com, you can find continuous content all season long. We've covered 100 teams in the area. Every single team in the OCC, every City League team, and almost every other team in every single conference combined, you can be found on 270 Hoops. Follow us on Twitter at 270 Hoops, on Instagram at 270 Hoops, and for the preteens out there, we're even on TikTok. So you can literally find us on every single social media platform that you use. 270 Hoops for the best coverage of Central Iowa High School basketball, none other than 270 Hoops.
And as we come back from break, man, you guys really expanded your reach this year, 270 Hoops did, and you've been out. I talked to you one night, you on the way back from Mansfield covering basketball games, man. So just talk about that for a minute. What did you want to accomplish, man, by just getting out and seeing more schools and more players?
Well, I wanted to, expand our staff and really give every single team and area of the region a chance to really shine, and we've done that. I've gone to places I've never been before this year.
Johnson with a big 3.
Hey, this might be the Marcus Johnson breakout game. He is hooping right now. He almost has as many points as Walnut Ridge so far. If you can get a scoring game like this out of Marcus Johnson, you're tough to stop.
Yes.
And like I predicted, Keon Magwood is back in the game. They're going to bring Vaughn Cameron back in the game. They only win a minute without those guys. That's how much they rely on them. You can't get a third foul for either one of them.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays off. Hollywood Magwood back in the game for the 4-4-1. VCD, Vaughn Cameron Davis back in the game. They found themselves down 29-19 inside to Kevion Ross. Kevion just an absolute monster on the glass. But they get a turnover. Symington. They call him Bink in his neighborhood. The big time fast break move. And gets the basket, 31-19.
That was created by a hustle play from Marcus Johnson, too. He got on the floor. That's a travel. Oh, and they call a foul. That'll be the 17th foul. Walnut Ridge is going to shoot here. 1-1 for Leon Douglas. Taquan Symington, though, that finishing ability in transition, that's special stuff right there. That's a big-time athlete. He can play. Again, that's a college basketball player. I pray to God that kid finds a way to get out of Columbus, get to the college basketball level. It'll change his life, and again, he's got a chance to have a really special career if he can, keep his head on straight, make the right decisions. The sky's the limit for that kid.
I agree. And listen, man, South is doing this without Terrell Adams. He got 2 points on the night. If you told Spears going into halftime that this would be the situation with his leading scorer only having 2 points and he had a 12-point lead, I think he'd buy that all day.
If you told him Marcus Johnson would have 14, with 2:30 left in the second quarter, might not believe that either. That's been really the key for them. He's a tough matchup, man. If he's making shots and being aggressive, there's not a lot of guys that can guard him with his size, length, and athleticism.
As we just talked about Terrell Adams being quiet, he steps up there with a big-time jump shot.
2-point shot, a long two. That's the third long two for South already this half.
Tyreek Calkins checks in for South. Leon Douglas on the drive, picks it, they get a foul, looks like, on Terrell Adams.
Douglas missed the front end of the 1-and-1 last time around. They're going to need him to make some shots here. Again, Walnut Ridge does not have a field goal this quarter. They've really been shut down.
That's unbelievable. Oh,
and
man.
Missed another free throw. That's 2 straight for Douglas.
It just looks like it's a lid on the rim for Walnut Ridge right now.
They have gone dry. South is playing with a lot of confidence, too. Everybody's shooting.
They're sharing the ball. And I believe this is the way Coach Spears would want to play. I mean, you got your horses, but you need bench productive. He would say that you need bench production and everybody to be able to get some quality minutes in order to be the team that they want to be. Vaughn Cameron Davis.
First field goal, 123 in the second quarter. First field goal for Walnut Ridge. Down 12 points. Tyree Calkins hits the pull-up. Hey, if that kid can get going, he's got some athletic gifts and some size at 6'5". He could really help this team if they can get him to be consistent and productive.
And I feel like the staff is kind of pushing him, like, hey, we need you.
Yes, he has to. He has to be. Not a lot of teams can pull a guy like that off the bench.
Kevion Ross loses the handle on a rebound. It's a scramble. Vaughn Cameron Davis with the big man basketball, VCD underneath.
South is trying to get him to pick up a third foul. That's 3 times they've tried to take a charge there. Haven't got the whistle yet. Vaughn Cameron's tough and got 11 points already. Leading all scorers here for Walnut Ridge.
35-23. South with the lead. Walnut Ridge staying in the game, though. Trying to overcome some foul trouble right now as we come down on the final 15 seconds of the first half. Kick ball out of bounds. I believe the crowd is kind of stunned, right? They're looking for this back and forth.
Yeah.
1 possession game. South jumps out. Magwood's in foul trouble. Vaughn Cameron's in foul trouble.
Not nearly as live as it was 15 minutes ago.
Right. But I think the anticipation of what's going to be ahead in the second half is what has everybody on their hands and knees. When they sitting on their hands right now.
Good night.
Okay. In his neighborhood, they call him Bink with the follow tip slam to end the half. 37-23, the Bulldogs on top. Terrell Adams went to the cup on the layup. That got the crowd back into it.
Are you kidding me? Holy crap, that's a big-time play there from Quan Symington. That's what they need from him if they want to win this game.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, this is the 270 Hoops Game of the Week. No better way to send it to break than with a tip dunk from Taquan Singleton. We'll be back in a little bit.
You have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
One reason why I came to Ohio Media School was to expand my knowledge about sports media. Joining Score on Air has meant tons to me. It's helped me get out in the field already. I've done football games, hockey practices, and it's just radio shows, and it's just made me realize what I can do in the sports industry. One thing that I want to do in the sports industry is be a sideline reporter for college football. My name is Kyra Bailey with Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk.
No way! Come see me. I'm bringing my contest to the middle of the floor. I need Cody. Alright, so listen. I got my 3 contestants right here. He's going to have a chance to shoot from that court. Now, the good thing is this. If one person makes this shot, we all win free lemonade, alright? So we got to shoot for each contestant when they get up to the half-court line to shoot their shot. Y'all got me? Sound, y'all got me? Alright, y'all tuned in. Alright. So, first contestant is Stephon. Stephon. Are you ready, Steph? Alright, make the noise for Stephon! Check more! Ooh, way over. Almost. Anastasia! She's gonna have somebody pick 4. Shoot 4. Go ahead, Anastasia. Pick somebody. Hurry up. She's too shy to shoot, y'all. She's gonna shoot 4. So we're gonna get somebody 4. Hurry up. Come on. Who we got? What's your name, babe? All right, Trey. You ready, Trey? All right, wait. We got a cheer for you, Trey. Make the noise for Trey. Oh, good job, Trey. My dog, Cody Larson, is up next. You all got to clap for Cody. Make some noise for Cody. Whenever you're ready, Thea. You got the coaches, Cody! Come on, man!
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
One reason why I came to Ohio Media School was to expand my knowledge about sports media. Joining Score on Air has meant tons to me. It's helped me get out in the field already. I've done football games, hockey practices, and it's just radio shows, and it's just made me realize what I can do in the sports industry. One thing that I want to do in the sports industry is be a sideline reporter for college football. My name is Kara Bailey with Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
One reason why I came to Ohio Media School was to expand my knowledge about sports media. Joining Score on Air has meant tons to me. It's helped me get out in the field already. I've done football games, hockey practices, and it's just radio shows, and it's just made me realize what I can do in the sports industry. One thing that I want to do in the sports industry is be a sideline reporter for college football. My name is Kara Bailey with Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk.
Welcome to the COHSS halftime show. Again, it's your man Derrick Owens Jr., my man Tanner Whirling, 37-23, South with the 14-point halftime lead. Talk about it.
Just really quick, Marcus Johnson, he's had the best game so far for South. They're just like we said, and they're igniting the crowd tonight. And with that huge dunk that end the half, at the putback dunk by Bink, Taquan Simonson, huge to go into the half.
I feel like right now South is getting what they want. They got their two wings playing well. Travell Adams haven't even made an impact yet, and they're up by 14. Ramon Spears went to two bigs. He started Shamar Lindsay and Sam Barton. I think that has had an impact. Warner Ridge with only 23 points, and Vaughn Cameron Davis, although has 11 points, but he's in foul trouble with 3 fouls right now.
Yeah, definitely. I say Sammy Barton, like we said at the beginning of the pregame show, Sammy Barton is kind of containing him for the most part with 11 points and drawing the 3 fouls on him. So great job by Sammy Barton so far. But like I said, Marcus Johnson, the big three. Travell Adams is still not yet to get into the game, but big three so far for South is winning the battle.
I've saw Warner Ridge play a lot of times. I haven't seen where Vaughn Cameron Davis and Keon Magwood were not on the court. It really affected them. Coach Chuck Jefferson had to go back to Magwood and Vaughn Cameron at the end of the half. But again, a couple minutes here left in the half, but you talked about it. The big-time dunk from Symington got the crowd reignited. Marcus Johnson is playing amazing. So I'm anxious to see how the second half is going to play out, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I definitely believe so. I think South so far, if they keep on bringing this energy into the game, I think they're going to run away with this. But if not, Walnut Ridge has came back before, and they can do it again tonight. So just watch out for the second half. This is going to be a huge second half.
Vaughn Cameron has to stay on the floor, and South, they have to continue to push the pace, create turnovers to get out in transition.
And I believe what the key of the game for the rest of the game for both teams is going to be ball movement. I think if you just create less turnovers, or just for defensively, if South can create more turnovers like they did the first half, I think they can win this game. But if just basically keep the ball in your hands, that's who's going to win the game.
All right, it should be an amazing second half. Again, we're here at South High School, 1160 Ann Street, standing room only. And I'm going to get myself ready. We're going back and call the second half of this game with my guy, Zach Fleer of 270 Hoops. It is the 270 Hoops game of the week, and it's the COHSS halftime show. We'll be back. Thank you.
One reason why I came to Ohio Media School was to expand my knowledge about sports media. Joining Score on Air has meant tons to me. It's helped me get out in the field already. I've done football games, hockey practices, and it's just radio shows, and it's just made me realize what I can do in the sports industry. One thing that I want to do in the sports industry is be a sideline reporter for college football. My name is Kara Bailey with Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk.
for the 270 Hoops game of the week. Walnut Ridge out to a 37-23 lead. Great first half for them, Dio. What did you think about just the way they played in that half?
Shamar Lindsay with an over and back call right there. I just think a big part of why South has this early lead, or this halftime lead, Spears going big, man. He hasn't done that in a while. You know, he's a guard by nature, and he kind of relied on that. But I think he knew that Walnut Ridge was just too big and too powerful inside. Marcus Johnson with the steal in transition.
Johnson's up to 16 points. He's having one of the best games of his career so far. That's been a huge difference in this game.
See what Walnut Ridge can do here to get back in the game. There's Magwood finding Kavion Ross for a basket, and that's what they need. Another turnover here by South. Vaughn Cameron is out on the break. Misses the layup. Good foul. Kavion Ross with that basket that he just had on the break that gets up to 7 points. Walnut Ridge started the game so hot from three. They were making threes and looked like it was going to be, you know, maybe South was in some trouble, and then all of a sudden.
That's right. Vaughn Cam picked up that second foul is when the offense really went stagnant. You know, they only had a couple field goals, and those came in the last minute and a half of the first half. They got to find a way to get some consistent offense.
Vaughn Cameron makes the second, misses the first. Travell Adams bring the ball up the court. We'll see what South wants to do offensively. Want to take a little bit of air out the ball, or do they want to, you know, keep their foot on the gas? Johnson catches in the high post. Nice spin move.
He's hooping.
Mid-range Marcus.
That young man is hooping. If this tape gets out, he needs to get an offer from a Division I school if he keeps this up. He is playing lights out, playing his potential. And a block foul. South doesn't like that one. Taquan Symington called for the foul. Real close. You know, that's inches away from being a third foul. That's second on Bink there. So, you know, the Bulldogs have to keep this momentum up. They got a 15-point lead right now. Walnut Ridge, a team that they can come back, but right now South is really holding those guys without field goals. They're either missing shots or they're getting fouled right now. They're not making a whole lot. Coach Spears not very happy about that call.
You know, like we look at it, a 13-point lead, but you know, a couple bad possessions and a couple layups, and this thing's down to 6. South running a nice weave up top. They like to get those matchups that they can exploit.
One thing I like about Shamar Lindsay is he plays his role on the block. He's a good passer. He's unselfish. He doesn't take many bad shots.
Johnson again in the high post. Trying to force the pass in. Kavion Ross with the steal. Magwood on the mini push, the semi push.
Pass.
Kavion Ross with the basket. Magwood with another one of his assists.
He is their best distributor. He's one of the best distributors in Central Ohio. He led the area in assists per game last year. One of the leaders once again this season. They really, when he was off the floor, they couldn't create any type of offense. They're a whole different team with Keon in the game.
41-30. Walnut Ridge with the rebound. Magwood on the push again. Finds Vaughn Cameron Davis on the drive and the basket.
Scott, like you just said, a couple turnovers. If he hits this.
Magwood.
It's a ball game.
Magwood.
It's a ball game. You just said it. It becomes a 6-point game. How fast did that happen? 6 points, 41-35. And then Kavion Ross comes down, takes the charge. That's 2 fouls on Marcus Johnson. The Scots are fired up, only down 6. 4:55 to go here in the third quarter.
The 270 Hoops game of the week. None better. We got a timeout on the floor by South High School as they watch it unraveling so quickly. Let's see if they can get it back together, but right now, the 4-4-1 is on one. Little apprehensive on the south side. Walnut Ridge in that nice zone. .455 left in the third quarter, 41-35 as we come back from the timeout.
How fast was that 10-0 run? About 40 seconds, maybe?
Yeah, it wasn't even a minute.
Scots are playing their game now. You know, the Bulldogs put up a couple tough, difficult shots that you don't usually hit. That's what Walnut Ridge wants. And you got Magwood in the game directing traffic and setting guys up to score.
And you can see as a confidence build, you can see Magwood come down like, yeah, this is my time right now. Three-pointer.
Speaking of Magwood, you know, I've been really impressed with the strides he's made this year. Last year, it seemed like the show was bigger than his game. This season, he's calmed down a little bit. He's become more mature. I think part of that, he's got his future decided. Like, he knows what he's doing at the next level. Last year was still a little undecided whether if he wanted to play football or basketball. Football's in the picture now. He's just playing winning ball, and it's been really fun to watch.
It really has. I mean, because that always kind of came with the Magwood story. Like, hey, you know, it's this, but it's that. And he's erased all of that talk this year. Nothing but a leader. Sam Barton with a nice pass underneath to Shamar Lindsay. Misses the layup, but he'll get 2 free throws. Four minutes and 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. South, they need a basket here so they can kind of take a breath and exhale a little bit. Lindsay strong on the first, misses. I think for South, Travell Adams is going to have to put his imprint on this game at some point in time. He's been really quiet. Lindsay misses 2. Barton with a big steal, misses the layup, and right on cue.
You just said it.
Travell Adams.
Travell Adams putting his imprint on the game. That's a guy, that's one of few guards in the area that can match up with Keon Magwood athletically. He doesn't lose a step from Magwood. Might be more athletic as far as explosiveness. I think Keon's probably quicker in space. That's a great matchup. That's the one, more than anything, I was really looking forward to those two guys doing battle because it was really fun in both matchups last year and then the first one just 3 weeks ago.
Steal, Travell Adams on the break. Gets the basket to go, finishing through traffic.
He's letting them hear about it too.
Yeah.
And that's 3 fouls on Keon Magwood. They can't score with him out of the game. They really can't do it. That's 3 fouls. He was in foul trouble in the first matchup. They found a way to survive, but they're down 10 now. That's a big difference from where they were up last time around. What I like most about this rivalry is these two teams do not like each other. There is zero friendship on the court right now. Kavion and Travell, they like each other a little bit, but other than that, these two teams hate each other. That's how you get high-level basketball, and that's why this game is as intense as it is, because these teams, again, they don't like each other.
And it means everything to every player. The iron unkind to Travell Adams on his free throw attempt.
And while this game may not have a huge imprint on who goes to City League Championship, it means everything for bragging rights. These South seniors, they don't want to go out in their senior year getting swept by Walnut Ridge.
Kevion Ross on the basket.
Keon Magwood with the assist. He's playing with 3 fouls. South is going to attack him. They want to get him out of the game. But with him out of the game, it really, things stall up a little bit for Walnut Ridge offensively.
Adams inside. No fear with Travell when he goes down there with the
I'm
tree.
going to start calling you Dio Stradamus because you predicted that to a Q. He's had the last 6 points here for South to keep this lead to 10 points. It was just a 6-point game just 2 minutes ago. It seems like they got the control back once again.
Magwood on the drive.
Tough shot.
Came up short.
That's not the shot you want if you want to Ridge. You don't want him taking contested jumpers.
Sam Barton from
That's the
deep.
guy. If they could get him going somehow, it makes all the difference in the world for them.
Leon Douglas from the basket.
You got to step
Tough
out and
drive.
guard him.
All right, we just want to remind everyone that Mojo Sports Gear is your place to go for custom shirts and hats. Check out their website at mojosportsgear.com or give them a call at 614-864-6656. Again, that's Mojo Sports Gear, man. They can do some big things for you over there. Printing, T-shirts, hats, they do it all. So definitely check out that website. Give them a call if you got some T-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever you need. They can get that done for you.
Mojo does everything too, whether you're a softball team, basketball team. They did Grove City's basketball uniforms just a few years back. I only remember those uniforms because Nick Uzinski now plays at Belmont, had a poster slam against the Greyhounds back in the district semifinals just a couple of years back. I remember those uniforms from that clip because Nick put him in a casket in that game. And that's a kid. He's a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah, playing good out there right now.
He's one of the best back-to-the-basket bigs in the country.
All right, as Walnut Ridge inbounds, Magwood up top looking to set up the play.
That
What
was
a
creative.
shot.
That was a circus shot.
He has that kind of, he can do that. He has that kind of ability. A lot of chirping going on, arguing over the calls, not necessarily in a bad way, but just in a really passionate, intense way, and I love it. You can feel it all through the building right now. 50-41, South High with the 9-point lead as Travell Adams walks across half court. Mid-range, Marcus Johnson with another.
He'll hit that baseline jumper all day long. South wants to draw it up. Marcus is playing his butt off. This is the best scoring game I've ever seen out of him.
I agree. And I think if you go through the records at 270, you'll find that this is his best scoring game. He's playing lights out right now.
He might have had more points in other games, but as far as efficiency and confidence, he's getting it done.
Sam Barton on the break. Another big basket as South goes up 54-41. The home crowd loves it.
Sammy Barton, if they can get him going, get his confidence pumping. He's a kid. He plays with his emotions. His emotions are high. He's feeling good. He's feeling confident. This is a team that can win this game. They can win a district title in D1. That kid, whether he believes it or knows it or not, this team kind of goes with his emotions. When he comes to the game, he's kind of not feeling it, going through the motions. The team kind of reflects that attitude. He's into it tonight, and the team's following suit.
Because Sam he's the big lovable guy, the big guy on the team. And, you know, sometimes it's just like a Shaquille O'Neal, not comparing him to that, but big guys have a certain way of their personality that affects other people around them. And I believe, like what you said, that Sam, he could have a major impact on how the team moves forward. And I want to... South going to the bench, trying to steal some minutes as Symington and Adams take a seat to get a breather here at the last minute of this third quarter.
Walnut Ridge looking a little discombobulated on offense. There's Sammy once again. He's playing defense.
Look at the matchup. Look at the crowd is into it. Vaughn Cameron winning it. Vaughn Cameron with the turnover. South gets out on the break. Johnson was out there, and the crowd, they really wanted that when they was looking for Johnson to bring the house down. But good defensive play, knocking the ball out of bounds by Walnut Ridge. Makes South take it out of bounds. No easy baskets.
These fans love that kid, man. Everyone's rooting for Sammy to do well. That's a young man that's been through a lot of adversity. His mom, passed away before this high school season started. Our best wishes with him and his family, and I love seeing that kid having success because he's been through a lot in his life, and it's really good to see him having a game like this on this big stage.
Again, 54-41, 31.9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. South looking to inbounds. Terrell Adams catches it on the wing, makes a big-time move.
Vaughn Cameron Davis
block.
said no.
Big-time block.
Not my house. That's a travel. South is active, man.
Hands everywhere, yes.
It looks like the Bulldogs from the state tournament a little bit. The energy they're playing with. They've kind of gone through the motions in their last several City League South games. There's not really another team outside of Walnut Ridge that gives them much of a threat in this league.
And I'll even take you back, man. They had a big game against Thomas Worthington early in the year at the play-by-play classic.
Bullied them.
Yes, and they didn't even play with this kind of energy and ferocity now. This is the first time this year that I've seen them play like this.
And look at all the fans here, man. When these City League schools get to the tournament, please show up. Show up.
This is how it should look right here.
It's a shame. We should never have a City League school go to the state tournament and there's 20 fans in the student section. If you can come to the tournament games. These kids deserve it. And you can tell, man, when the fans show up, they play to their top level, and it's really fun to see. Big rebound to Quan Symington.
Missed free throw. Maurice Barnes on the push. 5 seconds left. Terrell Adams takes a look at the clock. Dribbles the ball out of bounds. 0.7 on the clock. Enough time to get up a shot here. Has to be quick. Symington out of bounds. And Johnson at the buzzer gets it to Trop. What a game by Johnson.
And before we break for the fourth quarter, in the City League North, Lyndon McKinley knocks off Northland on the road, 43-42. Chance Gross hit 2 free throws to win the game, and then comes down the other end and blocks the shot. That's a kid. He is playing to his potential right now. We've talked about it a lot. And these kids, they come from struggle. They come from adversity. When they play to their potential, you see special things. Chance Gross. Lyndon McKinley, if they win on Tuesday at home against Beechcroft, they win the City League North for the first time since 1992. That's big-time basketball.
Shout out to the Lyndon McKinley 92 squad. Kai Walker, Kev Lunsford, Anthony Walker. What a great team that was, man. 1992, man, wow. Chance Gross, man, you've been a fan of his.
Since 8th grade. Since 8th grade. We'll send you to break, though. South leading 56-41 here in the Battle of the City League South.
It's the 270 Hoops game of the week, 56-41 as we enter what should be a barn burner of a fourth quarter as Walnut Ridge is going to try their best to get back in this game. And we'll see what Coach Spears and South wants to do as far as the clock and how they want to play this.
Marcus Johnson with 22 points. That's been the key in this game.
Quan Symington off the glass.
That's one kid, man. He hits more mid-range jumpers off the glass than just about anybody I've seen. I don't know if it's touch or luck, but hey, he gets it to work.
Vaughn Cameron Davis on the basket. Symington on the travel.
He traveled about 3 times on that possession. I was about to say, if they didn't call that, the roof was going to come off at least this side of the court.
He looked at the ref to ask him basically, are you going to call that, sir? Walnut Ridge not looking their best as we've seen them right now. But I don't think that this loss, if they do lose this game, is not really going to affect them because they played in so many big games this year.
Yeah.
They're going to be fine when they get to the tournament. And they're not going to be a team that a lot of people want to see when we get there.
And they've won some of those games. I understand they lost to Central, but still, that Hilliard-Bradley win psychologically, that's going to do something for them. If they would have lost that game and the Pick Central game the way that they did and this game, it'd be a whole different story. That Hilliard-Bradley win was huge for them. And again, they could lose here tonight. They still own the tiebreaker. If Independence or West beats Walnut Ridge in the last 2 games of the season, I'll sell 270 hoops to the lowest bidder. It's not going to happen. They're going to go to the City League Championship, and there's a strong chance they'll play a Linda McKinley team that's playing with a lot of energy and belief right now.
Marshawn Mankins makes the first free throw. Misses the second.
A lot of one and one or one and done trips at the line for Walnut Ridge. They're going to look back on this game and see a lot of opportunities missed.
Maurice Barnes on the drive and Sammy Barton.
Sammy up to 9 points. That's the most he's had in maybe over a month right now. He's playing a really good game.
60-44, 6:36 left. And South is just smothering defense right now.
He wanted to shoot that. He can hit that shot too. They're going to take their time though. They're up 16. You got 6 minutes to go. There's no shot clock. Ramon Spears, these kids have played in tournament ball. That might be the dagger.
Taquan Symington.
That might be the dagger. They're up 19 with 6 minutes to go.
From deep in the neighborhood, they call him Bank.
Hey, they may not get to play for a city championship. It's going to do something for them going forward. This will be their biggest win of the season. This game is getting open gym-like right now. Sloppy, back and forth.
63-44. As a timeout is called. This is the 270 Hoop game of the week. South High with a big lead. We're going to go to break and we'll be back to finish up the fourth quarter.
As you can see, the newest member to the Columbus South Athletic Hall of Fame. He's sitting right next to me. Derrick Owens Jr. He was a great track athlete, a great track coach here at Columbus South High School. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Derrick. You deserve it.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. That was so long ago, man. 1993, we had a chance.
You had the tight edge up. You were looking good back in the 90s.
Wow, man. I was a skinny dude right there, man. You talking about almost.
You still are skinny. What you talking about?
Some pounds ago for sure. But it was an honor to be on the Wall of Fame, man. 1993, we won the state championship in the 4x400 meter relay. We still hold the City League record in that same event. So shout out to Walt Jackson, Dwayne Harris, and rest blessed to my guy Mike Frambro. Fun times back then, man, for sure. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely welcome. You do great things for this school, and I know they appreciate you. Aaron Brown misses both.
Man.
Sammy Barton with the big board. Keeps Vaughn Cameron Davis off the defensive glass. Walnut Ridge faithful exiting early.
5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Air ball there by Barnes. It's just been that kind of night for Walnut Ridge.
What's going on because people in front of us have stood up. Shaheem Pickens driving it up. Marcus Johnson. No good on the finish. Everything else had went in for him tonight. Missed that one. Tavion Ross hits the spot up three. Walnut Ridge trails 63-47, 5 minutes to go.
Sam Barton on the break.
Seniors in double digits now. He's been key for them.
Darren Brown with the basket.
His first bucket of the game. This is what South wants. They want you to press them. They prefer to play an up-tempo game. That's what they're getting right now. And Coach Spears, he works relentlessly on those press breaks. They have about 15 of them. They can execute at any time. That's the one shot of all 5 guys on the floor. South is going to choose a Darren Brown spot of 3. And that's what they want. That's what they're getting. They played an excellent defensive game.
Walnut Ridge, they look a little gassed. They look a little tired. They look a little frustrated. And after the game, you do want to stick around here on the stream, on the live stream. We will have the Mojo Sports Gear Player of the Game, which at this point it looks like it may come from South High School. So you want to stick around for that in the COHSS post-game show. We'll have some fun breaking down this big game in the City League South Division here at 1160 Ann Street. $67-49. I'll be honest, I didn't see this one coming.
I'll be honest either. I thought South had a shot to win this game. I just think they'd be up 18 in the middle of the fourth quarter. It's been a dominant showing for them. And again, as far as confidence is concerned, this is their first big win in over a month. They needed this game. They're going to Division I. That's a big challenge for them compared to D2. I think they'll be ready.
And you brought up Coach Spears and just the time that he puts in on these plays, but just what he does for his
coaches, man. And
yes.
There's plenty of coaches around that are just picking up a paycheck. That's not him. He invests in it. It's not just the varsity team. Like they put a lot into their JV, JVB teams, and that's how you get development. I mean, they got guys on this court that have been here all 4 years. They don't have any transfers on the floor other than Shaheem Pickens, who moved in from Akron. They're not recruiting. They're not going out and bringing players in because, they don't develop their guys enough. Like there are programs that do that.
Yes, it is.
Their development's not great, so we'll just go grab somebody and throw them in. South doesn't do that. They develop the guys they have here, and they've been really fun to watch.
We have an injury where Johnson got a little dinged up there.
It's like a groin. He might have got hit in the place where you don't want to be hit. That's what it looks like right now.
Some ice getting back right.
Shout out to.
We'll send it to a quick break for injury timeout. We'll be right back.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
Welcome back to the 270 Hoops Game of the Week. Walnut Ridge at South High School. South High School, the Bulldogs, 67-51. Big lead, 3 minutes and 56 seconds left as Vaughn Cameron completes the three-point play. And he's got his numbers around where, he usually has them. This one is coming when they're down, but
I won't say it's over just yet. 13-point game, 3:49 to go.
And we just seen Walnut Ridge make a run where they went on a 10-0 run in a minute. So
they could do it.
It could happen.
South, the game's not over yet. You can't get too comfortable. Still got 3:49 in City League basketball terms. That's a long time.
Yes, it is.
South still has to execute a couple turnovers, miss free throws. Walnut Ridge can be back in this game.
There's turnover right here.
11-point game. That's coming right to us. Hit me in the head. I'm good.
They almost took my guy Zach Fleer out the game.
Almost. Sammy thought I was open in the corner for a 3, so he sent it over to me. We're good though. Thank you.
Zach's tough, man. Baseball player back at Central.
Hey, I have been hit. I've been hit with much harder pitches before. That ain't nothing. A score around the area that really surprised me. Not surprised me, but not shocking, but really surprising. Keaton Turner, Southern Kaufman senior guard, went for 42 points tonight as the Rocks took down Marysville in a game for first place in the OCC Central, 70-53. Kaufman wins. The unsigned guard, Keaton Turner, 42 points. And Keon Magwood fouls out here. Walnut Ridge trailing 67-56 with 3:20 to go. They wanted to make a comeback. It's going to be a lot harder now because that's the guy that makes offense for you.
They just cut the lead to 11, so it was still manageable for them. And I want to say that was Zion Blevins with the last basket for Ridge. Marcus Johnson gets the ball over the backcourt and he's bringing it back front court. Got a trap on.
Almost getting a turnover there. Joe Adams retains the possession.
Down to 3 minutes, an 11-point lead for South High School. Marcus Johnson looked like he got tripped there, but Vaughn Cameron out on the break. Jaquan Singleton with a big-time block, but Vaughn Cameron right back. So quick with his...
Looks like he got called for technical possible.
So quick with his second jump for a big guy like that.
Gosh. He reminds me, it's a lot like, he doesn't have the explosiveness this guy had, but that second jump reminds me of J.D. Witherspoon, who played at Northland, class of 2010.
Still
JD
playing
was
overseas.
Living above the rim. Vaughn Cameron lives below the rim. But he gets off the ground. It may not be super high, but he gets off quickly.
Yes.
And that's how he gets so many offensive rebound putbacks. You know, we've joked, but honestly, like the best shot for Walnut Ridge for most of the time is a missed shot because you can count on Vaughn Cameron, Kavion Ross to get you an offensive rebound.
So it looked like there was a technical call. Marcus Johnson heading to the line right now. Walnut Ridge has this game under 10, so these are some big free throws. And Marcus Johnson's been so good from the line tonight.
This was the type of game he needed to have.
Two free throws there from Marcus Johnson, and he has played absolutely outstanding basketball today. I want to do a tally on his point total here.
He had 22 coming into this quarter. I believe he's got 24.
Yeah, I have him at 24, yeah.
24 points. That might be a career high for him. Vaughn Cameron Davis has also been pretty good scoring the ball, too. There's a turnover there. Over dribbling. South gets it right back.
Jaquan Singleton.
His extra effort tonight has been terrific. I've been really impressed with him, and that's another guy. He plays with his emotions too. If they can get him consistent in check, playing tough and doing the right things, like this is, again, it's a team. They went to the state title game last year.
Right.
It's been there. Like they can win these games. You just need those guys like Jaquan Symington, Sammy Barton, Marcus Johnson to a lesser extent. They got to be consistent, both mentally and with their play on the court. If they can, this team they got huge potential. Vaughn Cameron Davis hits the first free throw there. Walnut Ridge trailing by 12, 2:21 remaining. Again, Scots hold a one-game lead in the City League South. A loss here for them really doesn't mean a whole lot. They're going to hold the tiebreaker in the City League, and they'll play. It could be the winner of that Beechcroft and Linden game on Tuesday at Linden.
Vaughn Cameron completes makes both free throws.
Great pass by Stephon Simmons. We got a block here from Tavion Ross on the inside. Scott's, they're not out of the woods yet. They're down 11. There's still 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Problem is, though, they only got 5 team fouls. They got to start fouling soon if they want to make South convert the free throw line.
And this is where I feel like Spears is so good, just on the bench, knows exactly what he wants to run, puts his team in the best position to make the plays that
He maximizes their talent. They're obviously really talented, but they're playing above. If these guys had a coach that just rolled the ball out, played a basic, trash run and jump defense, and just have them standing out in the perimeter, they wouldn't be this good. It takes a special level of coaching to win district titles, to win city titles, and to get to the state. No rinky-dink coach can do that.
And you just remember where he took the program from, man. His first year, he had 1 win against a team in the tournament that didn't have any wins either. They both came in with 0 wins. South won that game, and that was the only win of the year. And now to look at where he has taken this program to, man. Oh, my goodness. Travell Adams.
Are you kidding
bringing
me?
the house down.
Are you kidding me?
With the tip back. 75-60. Travell Adams, he's got dinged up, but before he did that, oh my goodness, the athletic ability on this young man is off the charts. Wow.
Put it up, Zach. Put it up.
Wow. Took a minute to get back from that Travell Adams, man. That was something special. Stephon Simmons at the line. Misses the first free throw. Vaughn Cameron on the push. And another basket.
He is hooping. He might have over 30. I don't have the total right now, but
Johnson fouled.
Terrell Adams, I just played it back. He got a Charlie horse. It's nothing serious, thankfully. He was running back down the court, started grasping at that calf.
The South High alumni are feeling good about this victory.
Hey,
here.
shout out my boy KV, Kmon Smith.
Yeah, shout out to KV.
Shout out to KV.
KV is one of the.
He's wearing black and red though.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that. He's the ultimate South rep, but he's got some red on tonight. Didn't think that would happen.
He is. KV doesn't miss anything, man. He supports his program. He played in his program.
He was here.
Absolutely.
When Spears was starting this, he was a senior in that class. He's seen the total evolution of this program.
And it was because of kids like him who bought in early.
Yes.
They didn't have to buy in as seniors and juniors, but they did. And this is the result of not only what this team is accomplishing, but all the young men that he's had throughout his tenure here at South High School.
Well, with that, I mean, when you have guys that buy in, you may not get wins early on, but the culture changes. And there's a lot of losing programs right now where, kids, they just, in those losing programs, it's everybody else's fault. It's not my fault. Like, it's my teammates. They're the reasons we're losing. They don't want to take accountability. South installed that culture here from the very beginning, and that's why this program's able to do what they're doing.
77-64, 13-point lead, 32.2 seconds remaining. The South High Bulldogs look like they are going to avenge their road loss at the 4-8-4-1. And for all intents and purposes, man, this game, again, it means so much more to the individuals playing. But the standings remain, Walnut Ridge will have a loss in the column, but they'll still have that inside track to play for the City League Championship.
Block foul. Vaughn Cameron Davis going to go to the line for 2.
Vaughn Cameron still playing hard, still giving it his all.
How fun would a third matchup be between these two teams? How fun would that be?
I think we can sell out a stadium, sell out in a stadium or an arena for that. You know, the way the tournament is going to get set up, and again, we got the seeding meeting coming up here pretty soon. These are two teams. I mean,
this makes a big difference for South. They're going to go into the tournament with 1 loss more than likely.
Top 5 team in the state.
Top 5 team in the state. They might get a top 3 seed. They needed to win this game, especially. They're going to be seated above Walnut Ridge. This will be Walnut Ridge's 4th loss on the season.
So let's just kind of take a broad look because, again, with about 27 seconds left, when you look at our district and the teams that have a realistic possibility, and that we know upsets happen and things of that nature, but who are the 5, 6, 7 teams that you really look at and say, these squads right here, they have a great opportunity?
Well, I've started my Central District seeding guide, and what that is essentially I go through and I look at every single team in the area, Division 1, 2, 3, and 4. I assign a point value for wins. So, if you're a Hilliard-Bradley, if you beat Bradley, you get 21 points for that win. If you beat Columbus West, it's 0 because they're not very good.
Yep.
They've won 1 game. We go through that. South, they hadn't had a signature win. The signature win was Thomas Worthington in December. By the time you get to February, people forget about December.
Absolutely.
You got to win in January. You got to win in February. This is going to be big for them because now, they got a signature win over a team that beat Hilliard-Bradley.
Do you think that some of the teams that have lived in Division One are going to be weary of taking on this Bulldog team? Do you think that the way the seedings go, do you think that this will be a team that teams want to stay away from?
Possibly, but I've also heard that teams might want to play them because they're not sure what type of shooting they have. The thing is, they may not have a whole lot of outside shooting, but damn, these dudes are athletic and they get after it. Again, they've played winning basketball. They know what it takes. I think the team that people avoid is Hilliard-Bradley, though.
But even like I asked that same question to you for Walnut Ridge. You think that this is a team around the district that people are looking at saying, hey, they got 2 big behemoths down there. We don't necessarily have that. Is this a team that, is looking around the district that teams may want to stay away from?
Could be. I mean, again, they beat Bradley, which was a huge win. Marcus Johnson, if he makes that windmill, the roof falls off of this place.
Absolutely.
He misses it, but hey, it don't matter.
77-66. South High with a huge win at home, avenging their only loss of the season to Walnut Ridge at this moment. And it's celebration time at 1160 Ann Street. Stay tuned for the COHSS post game and the Mojo Sports Gear player of the game. We'll be back.
One reason why I came to Ohio Media School was to expand my knowledge about sports media. Joining Score on Air has meant tons to me. It's helped me get out in the field already. I've done football games, hockey practices, and it's just radio shows, and it's just made me realize what I can do in the sports industry. One thing that I want to do in the sports industry is be a sideline reporter for college football. My name is Kara Bailey with Score on Air, the new generation of sports talk.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864.
City League Championship. At this time, we are asking everybody to please make sure that you clear the gymnasium. We need you to head towards the exits. We need you to go through the cafeteria. We need you to go to the parking lot, to your car, and have a safe ride home. We'll see you when we see you. You don't have to go home, but you know what? Congratulations, Bulldogs, on the win. Our girls play tomorrow at 12 o'clock at South High School. Come out, support our girls. But at this time, we need everybody to please exit the gymnasium. Let's leave out decently, peacefully, respectfully. Go home and celebrate. And do some homework.
Y'all can always come back to me, okay? Welcome to the COHSS post-game show. A big win for South High tonight, 77-63 over Walnut Ridge, avenging their only loss of the season. With us right now, the Mojo Sports Gear player of the game, Marcus Johnson, 28 big points. Also topped the 1,000-point career scoring mark, so it was an incredible night for him. I'm going to let the other gentlemen start the questioning off, and I'll be back in. But Marcus, congratulations, a big-time performance today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And for you, I've been watching you for all 4 years. You've been a 4-year guy in this program. You do everything. You're a great defender. You had that's probably your best offensive game of your career. What were you feeling tonight? You started off fast and you just kept that going throughout the game.
The way I was feeling, I felt like because the last game I didn't play as great, so I took that as fire to fuel the fire. And plus I lost my friend, so I wanted to play through him. I wanted him to play through me. So I took that as just fuel the fire. And that's what got me here.
And then with Rue, rest in peace, with his music playing over the intercom, it seemed like you guys just rose to another level. Did it feel like you had an angel looking over you tonight?
Pretty much, yeah. I can't even say words, man.
What did he mean to you? He was a big supporter of this program. He was a graduate here. What was his impact, with you guys, your team, and, you personally?
I mean, it was a lot. We knew each other since kindergarten. We've been going to the same school since kindergarten, so he was like a brother to me. We was always talking, and he was just, yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. My thoughts are with you and your friends as you guys, mourn the loss of him. And you force a tie now in the City League South. Because of the tiebreaker, Walnut Ridge is going to play for the City League South title. But I feel like for you guys, getting the signature win was big time. Going into the tournament, how does this change things for you guys mentally heading into tournament time?
It changes a lot of things because now we feel like we can play more as a team than we did the first half of the season. So it's going to take a lot of practicing and more practicing for us to get to where we wanted to be. Instead of being in D2 last year, we're in D1. So I know, and we know that it's going to take a lot of more just prosperity.
And for you, you played in the EYBL. Nike EYBL, that's the best competition in the country. You're the only one on your team that did that. What type of impact is that going to have for you going into this D1 tournament where, again, the competition is stiff?
I mean, EYBL was a big eye opener for me with a lot of people that were way taller than me. You could play with a lot of people that were different sizes, different types of positions, different types of play types. So for it to transition into my game, I knew I was a defensive player on that team, so I take pride in defense.
And tonight we had Shamar Lindsay and Sammy both starting. You guys went big. That's a starting lineup we haven't seen all year. What type of impact do those guys provide for you? Going up against the front line for Walnut Ridge is pretty huge.
It provided a big impact for us as a whole because we knew that we were going to have to go big instead of going with our regular starting lineup to be able to hold Cameron and Kavion. So that's what the game plan was for both.
You personally, you're an unsigned senior. You got a couple Division I offers. For college coaches that are watching this, that may watch this in the future, what type of things would you bring to a program if they were to recruit you and take a chance on you?
I would bring a lot of things, mostly defensively, a great player. I'm willing to learn anything. So
you're willing to do anything for the team, and that's one thing I've really respect about your game. You've sacrificed scoring over the years. You can go out. You had 28 tonight. You can go out and get 28 whenever you want. You do whatever it takes for the team, and that type of play and that type of toughness and leadership is going to take you guys far. We really look forward to watching you in the tournament. And you play like you did tonight. You guys can knock off anybody. So thank you, Marcus. And Tanner, if you have anything, take it over.
Yeah, let's just talk about the team in general. They just all stepped up tonight. How do you feel about the whole team performance tonight?
It was a big relief because we knew that going into this game, it wasn't going to be easy. So we told everybody, play like you've never played before, and that's what everybody did.
And then, in the interview we had with the crowd and everything, you said it would be night, and you really did that tonight. So just talk about that real quick.
It's not a lot I could say, honestly, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to come back to you, Marcus, and I just want to talk about what Coach Spears means to you, this program, the South Side community. Just talk about, because a lot of times we get the players and we talk to the players, but talk about what Coach Spears means not only to you but this team and community.
Coach Spears, he means a lot to me. He's like a second father figure, almost like an uncle to everybody. But to me, he's like a second father figure because he wants me to learn new things. He teaches me everything, and I just take that into my head and take it into consideration. And I feel like he's going to help me along
long journey.
And another thing is he pushes you guys not only athletically but academically. And can you just talk about how important it is? Because for you to have the opportunity to play on the next level, academics is going to be a part of that to get you in school. But you're a really good student. And talk about just how important academics are as a PSA for all the other individuals and high schoolers watching this right now.
Without academics, you wouldn't even be able to play sports. So for academics to come into part, I think you should take that very serious and playing back before you play basketball. Academics come first, and if anything, I would take academics over basketball any day because I love to learn. I love to learn new things, especially off the court and on the court. So I feel like without that, you can't get anywhere.
That mentality is going to take you a long way. You can't play basketball forever. Even the greatest players, their careers end at 38, and you have another 30, 40 years to live after that. I'll bring it up now, too. We lost Kobe Bryant on Sunday. You're a kid. You grew up. Kobe played in the NBA basically your entire life. What did Kobe mean to you as a basketball player?
He meant a lot because I've always wanted to be like him since I started playing basketball, like real life basketball in the 8th grade. I will always watch his videos before every single game, try to learn his moves. And so he's really been a big impact on my game. And I feel like with his mentality, I could have that same mentality on and off the court because he's a very wise person. And I feel like I could be a very wise person that's like him.
Keep that up. You had the Mamba mentality tonight for sure. 28 big points, and it wasn't just scoring. He did it on the boards, on defense, really set the tone for your team. Now you guys have a share of the City League South title, third time in 4 years for you. Last question here. You've won the City League South 3 times in 4 years. What's that like?
It's a big, very, very big accomplishment in my career playing at South High School. But not to make it this year, it's kind of sad. But it is what it is. I feel like it's God's plan. He has greater things to come for us.
Well, absolutely. We look forward to watching you guys in the tournament. This is the Mojo Sports Gear Player of the Game. Marcus Johnson, Columbus South senior wing, 28 points. South knocks off Walnut Ridge. They get a share of the City League South division title. We'll go to a break. We'll catch you guys on the other side.